Who wants a bargaineer?
I have two sisters and two brothers. One was born in Australia, and I have a big brother. He was born in Afghanistan. And my two other sisters, one is 6 years old and the other one is 4 years old. They were all born in Afghanistan, and I was born in Afghanistan too. I want to be a lawyer because I want to help people.
So there's six pair of them at $10.
I don't watch TV a lot. I try to learn more English. I read a lot of books a lot, so I can improve my reading.
Thank you. Excuse me?
Yes.
How do you know if this pineapple is cooked?
Cooked. Oh, just get the yellow ones.
Yeah?
Like this. They're ready to eat. Not the green ones, all right?
The green ones. Okay, thank you. مگه که اینی زردوش که بگیری مگه که چیز است پخته است اینی سبزاش مگه نیست دو تاش بر $6
خب بگید دو دانه
بگیرم؟ نه صحیح است؟
I live in Dandenong. I go to primary school, and
You too. Bye.
I'm grade 5.
What are you extra good at school? Are you a great reader? Are you good at maths? Are you good at...
Exposition text.
Exposition text? What does that mean?
It's when you argue about something and you want to convince another person what you believe and what you think.
And you're good at that, are you?
Yes.
In this game, one piece of good news sustains me for months. A piece of good news is like an oasis in the desert. They're rare and you never know the next time you'll see one. Sharing a meal with this family in their home in Melbourne is a world away from the first time I met them.
Hi,
That was 2 years ago, and they've been through quite a lot since then. It's been a privilege to be a part of that journey and a part of their lives. I think it's important to do what you can to improve your own little corner of the world, but it can be pretty hard. Sometimes, regardless of how much you care or what lengths you go to, you've got no control over the lives and destinies of people you care about. That sense of helplessness can be crippling, but it's no reason not to try.
I cut some onions and some garlic, and I put in the pot. I fried it. Fry it.
Yeah, fry it.
Fry it, and then I put the noodle and the water, and then I just let it for a while, and it was ready.
Wow. Oh, we should make it together one day.
Okay.
I love Osh, it's so nice.
Yes.
Do you make it a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I made it for everyone.
I'd heard a lot about detention centres in Indonesia and conditions in countries like Afghanistan and Iraq. Even when you know all that, it's still hard to imagine why people would get on a boat. Most of the boats that come to Australia leave from Indonesia, so I took a friend with me to act as an interpreter, and together we went to find asylum seekers who were on the cusp of making that decision to get on a boat. We wanted to trace the steps. We wanted to find out what it takes to turn someone into a boat person.
3 دختر 2 بچه گم شده از خاطرم زم عائله کردم افغانستان الان اینج که دو ریزه که 2 تلف ریزه مندم یک 10 ساله یک 7 ساله
پدر ما گرفته بود که شما باید مذهب ما باید مذهب سنی
پدر کش سه تا میادم خانوادیم بگم کشت او دوران این دوران باز ما خودم تنها خودم چون مال زمین قدر داشتیم بگم همون زندگی میشه.
Our family, they're living in dangerous and difficult conditions.
If I go back to Afghanistan tomorrow, the Taliban kill me.
The Taliban people don't like Shia people stay in Afghanistan. You know, the Taliban come in Afghanistan, they take the nail, put it in hate people Shia. They beat so much people from Afghanistan.
چون ما دیگر نمیخوام فاجعه زندگی خانواده‌ام براتون بگم. اگر ما قصه کنم واقعا خود من نمیتونم حوصله کنم. اصلا نمیتونم صحبت کنم. نیاز نیست که ما مثلا فصل مشکلات زن و بچه برایش تعریف کنم که بچه‌های ما چه زندگی داشتن که وقتی ما فرار بودیم چی رقم بود. چون نمیتونم صحبت کنم. اصلا امکان نداره. یعنی میخواد صحبت رو بعد با برون دیگه چون عزیزات دیگه واقعا نمیتونم مثلا
We knew we wouldn't be allowed into the country for the purpose of filming inside detention centres, so we chose not to fly into Jakarta. We figured that entering Indonesia by ferry into a sleepy holiday port with our camera gear might attract less attention.
Well, when Jesse contacted me 2-3 weeks ago, I got really excited because I really always wanted to be helpful, because I think I had a really, really hard journey.
Everyone has an opinion about boat people and asylum seekers. Lawyers have their opinions, activists have their opinions, politicians have their opinions, the media has all sorts of opinions, but the opinions and the views and the stories that you don't hear are actually from the people themselves.
Asylum seekers don't usually go straight into Jakarta either. More often than not, they too enter Indonesia by boat from Malaysia with the hope of being able to move freely once they get into the country.
از مالیزی یک بنده خدای هندی پیدا شد. و زمان البته خیلی بد می‌آمدن. کس پیدا نمی‌شد کس بره اینجا. ما وقتی ما رو مقصد در اندونزی برسد یک نفر یک کمک انگلیسی دست پای شکسته یا آتش خب مشکل نداره. شو منزل کرد و خلاصت نفر پول بود دیگه باریش هم میماد. اون کشتی که مثلا زده بود ظرفیت 70 نفر رو نداشت. تقریبا یک بلیست از آن فاصله داشت لب کشتی که 70 نفر توش بود که هر دفعه که مثلا موج میزد یک جلکه میخورد او مثلا میماد داخل دوباره یک جلکه میخورد او از اون طرف دیگهش خروجی میشد. همین تو در نوبت بود دیگه. دو پایین ما رفتیم بچه از پایین میزدن بالا شب همین تو تیر کردیم دیگه. فقط رفیق ما ما خیلی بهتر رفیق خیلی لاغرتر و خیلی مثلا مصیبت کشید. او یک کتاب خیلی از آن رفت دریا گرفته گره از آن رفت. خیلی خلاصه کشتیم در این کشتی و این بغلش کردیم در مدت 6-7 ساعت که مثلا این یه وقتی کشتی جلکم مخرم من او نفته شب و دیگه این رش میفتم بخیر بلند شد روی خود یک سعی میکرد دریا سیاه بودیم شب و دیگه ترس میخورد بس دوباره میگرفت خواب یعنی از حال ما رفت دوباره جانش یخ شده بود دیگه ما این رو بغل کردیم دیگه در مدت 6-7 ساعت تا صبح شد. صبح هم که شده ما را در مزمو کشتی 70 نفری دریا از آرام شد. آورد در مدتی تقریبا شاید 30 ساعت یا 40 ساعت ما را آورد تا جزیره باتام. جزیره باتام اونجا استاد شد ساعت 7 بجه شب بود. هوا تاریک شده بود تا ساعت 3 بجه شب ما را نگاه کرد 3 بجه شب باز ما را خروج کرد. از کشتی رفتیم پایین. این سرک پوکانساری گفته میشه که در نزدیکای پوکانساری در ساختمان در نام ساختمان UNHCR. در سرکش هم جلن پوکانساری است. دیگه تقریبا کسایی که نو میآید اینجا خود راجستر میکنه در زمین منطقه. راجستر هم که میکنه بخشی که شو مثلا از روی صبح راجستر نمیکنه، از روی شو باید بین اینجا بخوابن. این از این قسمت تا این قسمت میگیرن، بچه ها میخوابن ساعت 8 از ساعت 8 شب باید اینجا بخوابن، نوبت بگیرن تا ساعت 8 صبح که نوبتش میرسه. در هفته هم تقریبا فکر میکنم که یک دفعه یا دو دفعه راجستر میکنه. هر دفعه هم که راجستر میکنه تقریبا 20 نفر از ثبت نام میکنه که میگم مثلا یک ماه باید بین یا 2 ماه باید بین برای راجستر کلا. دیگه این منطقه هست در کل. اگه بریم از اینجا دیگه چطوره؟ خوب میشه؟
We left Australia with just a few phone numbers of people to contact in detention. As soon as we arrived in Indonesia, people began passing our number to their friends and relatives throughout the detention centres. I suppose after so many months, and in many cases years of no one being able to help them, we were just another chance. People just wanted to see us and speak to us about their cases, just to see if it could possibly change anything about the fact that they just had to wait and wait and wait. We started to get a lot of phone calls.
Lombok, we cannot come to Lombok, I'm so sorry. But tell me your details. When were you accepted? How long ago? 6 months ago. So can you tell me your names? Hussein. Okay, and you're Iraqi? So Indonesia has no responsibility to look after refugees. If UNHCR has refused him, has said, no, you're not a refugee, then it's very, very hard.
We knew we were taking a risk filming inside the detention centres. Sometimes we tried our luck discreetly filming on a little point-and-shoot camera until we were told to stop. In the most secure jails, I wore a hidden camera under my headscarf. When I went alone to the Calidris prison, the guards stopped me, interrogated me and took my passport. There was a moment where I thought they'd spotted the camera pointed straight at them. To this day, I don't like to think about what might have happened if we'd been caught.
That's very dirty.
My wife and my children. My father and my mother.
All in Australia?
All this in Australia, yes.
All of them?
We cannot see the sun right now. We are sitting in this cell, we can just see there's a little spotlight and back to dark. And they are demotivating us every day. You can go back home. We will help you go back home.
So they're telling you how much money they will give you if you go back?
Of course, most of the people right now, all of them are demotivated, and there's another kind of euphoria for them that they are being paid in dollars over there. Sorry, this is my brother's number.
In Australia? Okay. In Denver.
Yeah.
Mitcham Road?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a sign there that says we are on hunger strike, we are refugee, we are not criminal, we are necessitous, we are not opposition, we are detained without us guilty, we are continuing until free or die.
We are a human, not animal. We are just getting the sun and inside this jail like an animal. But 24 hours from 3 months, we have not seen the sunshine. Just for the first time I come in outside.
10 of the Afghans were accepted as refugees by UNHCR more than a year ago, but they're still being kept in this high security prison and they're on hunger strike now. Like they're still being kept in prison even a year after being found refugees.
Well, something is seriously wrong there.
Yeah.
I not seen the happiness of my life. That everything, running, fighting, killing. Just not just last my two brothers, a lot of people. So how I go back there? No home, nothing, no land, nothing. So how can I do it?
IOM has come a few times. They come quite regularly to bring food or water or something. But apparently, and this is exactly what the other guy said yesterday, every time they come, they try and push people to leave. They say, is anyone ready to go? Is anyone ready to go? Is anyone ready to go? And Karim Mohammadi told me today that he signed up to go back to Afghanistan. The paper that he signed said, you have made this choice all by yourself. There's no pressure, there's no pushing, nobody's making you go back. But he said, this prison is every pressure.
Things started to get a bit intense in Jakarta. We'd been to the Central Immigration Building detention cells a few times and well and truly overstayed our welcome. So we decided to get some space and head out of the city. We followed a lead to Medan, where we'd heard that there were families with young children. So we went to spend some time hearing about why people had left their countries in the first place. It was here that I first met Zainab and Abbas and their family, who have now become such an important part of my life back home in Australia.
دیگه برده بودیم 15 روز 1000
کی بود؟ کی؟
نه فهمیدم دیگه از دان مدرسه ششته بودم مادر بابایم بودم دیگه برآمده بودم یک وقت دوستای بابایم آمد گفت ما دوست پدرت هستم بریم دان دکان تو را خواسته ما که در موتر شدم رفتم در دشت گشت شدیم بعد از چشمایم با تکیه سیاه بسته کرد دیگه برد دیگه نفهمیدم همونجور برد تا 15 روز 10 روز مقدار بودیم اونجا. They kidnapped my brother. He is missing for 15 days. In night or day, my mother crying, my father crying, my two sisters crying, say, "You give your anything back. You take my son back from there." Taliban put inside my school 1 bomb or 2 bombs inside my school. They kill the Shia people. They every day, every time if we have holiday, they put inside my school bomb. So much my friends die inside the class. They put like pen, like notebook, like book. They say, "This is your book." They take and then they will be die. They know which one is Shihab class. They put inside their class. If they know the Shia people inside the school, they put in that. They kill 3 teachers or 5 teachers. They are Shia. They kill.
خودشان هم برای اعلام میکرد که مردم شیعه را بکشن در دنیا سوال جواب نمیشه. در حالی که انسان از کل شیعه و سنی اینا چه فرقی؟ برای ما یک دانه انگشتشان هم نمیتونیم برسیم. ولی پیش از اون تفاوت‌های زیاد است. چون سواد نداریم.
We were starting to get a picture of the types of accommodation people were in. Everything from secure prisons to hotels all across the islands of Indonesia. There was also a single theme emerging, the constant waiting. We received a call from a man at the Pontianak jail. He and about 100 others were on their 5th day of a hunger strike. They were hoping to get the attention of the UNHCR, which, despite months of promises, still hadn't come to see them.
So they said no idea how long you will be, maybe 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 years.
Yes, this is not clear for me. I said you should give me a date. I'm confused right now what we should do. Just I hope one day we have a good life. I don't know when.
Mubina 5 years old, Azita 7 years old, Sarina 1 years old, I'm 9 years old. Why we here in the jail?
During our visit, one of the prisoners, a 9-year-old boy, ran between the cells in the jail collecting notes, documents and photographs from people to pass to us. It became clear that locked in those cells were 100 voices with 100 stories, all unheard.
difficulties in Afghanistan. I have escaped from there, left my children and all my family. Their life are in danger. I have also personal enemies there. Mr. Akbari is a commander who has killed my father and uncle, and he has also occupied my land, and my land are still in their possession. On the other side, Taliban have killed my brother, and his orphan children are still awaiting for any safe way. My children have no education. They are still illiterate. Now, to provide my children a good education is like a dream, but I think that I can fulfill and implement it only in Australia. If I could not educate my children, their future will become dark.
Your family is registered with UNHCR?
Already.
Are you accepted with UNHCR?
Already.
So you have the papers saying, yes, you and your family, you are refugees?
Yes, as a refugee already.
How long ago did you get those papers?
Already, no, for me, 8 months.
8 months you've been registered as refugee?
Yeah.
Okay. And now you just wait for some news?
Yeah, I don't know when. I make the granite ceramic, I make this, I make this, I make this all. I open this by myself, I open this to make small room to my children and also bathroom. I hope I have some home to build nice home to my family. What they want, I will be do. Because I don't have in my life right now only them.
What is this?
Like virus.
You probably can't see it on the camera. The glands are very swollen here.
يوجعك بابا؟
Yeah.
Cannot eat, cannot sleep, no medicine, no doctor.
IOM, the International Organisation for Migration, is contracted by Australia to provide food, medical care and accommodation to asylum seekers awaiting resettlement in Australia. It's almost impossible to find out how much money changes hands, but two things are for sure. It's in the millions and it is buying inadequate services. There is no paper trail about where this money is going and what it's being spent on.
The place is unhealthy, and there is no future for our children. I'm thinking about them life, their future, even them thinking all the time about their future. They think they have no future because they have no school, no activities here, and you know. The name of the age of them is teenager. You know, the teenager have power to do many things, and they were in Iraq intelligent in a school. They have many things to do, but here they cannot do anything. Just waited. Yeah. For us here, the bad thing is the water. Water is so bad. Yeah. You know, it's also a small place. My kids want to play. Where? There is no place.
We have this fungus, you know. We have diarrhea. We have vomiting. Many times we have vomiting, food poisoning, vomiting. And when we call the United Nations staff, no one answer. This is the big problem. No one answer.
It became glaringly obvious that this was a tangled system tinted with corruption. From simple hygiene to serious medical crises, basic needs were not being met.
52 years, okay. And so he's unconscious now? So someone has had a heart attack or a stroke in a prison cell and there is nobody there and no one is answering the phone because it's a holiday? Okay. Do you want me to give you the numbers for these two emergency hospitals, or you want me to call? If you're a doctor, you should call and tell them what's happening. Okay. IOM's not responding either. Perfect. Oh my God. Okay, the number is, have you got a pen or something?
As the days wore on, Reza found himself retracing the steps of his own journey. He took us to a small house where he and some others had lived during his own time in limbo in Indonesia 10 years earlier. He's a pretty relaxed guy, but the trip was clearly beginning to take its toll.
Well, in total, we got on boat like 3 times. First time the engine broke down, and as I said, luckily the weather was good and we were, only a couple of hours away from shore, so we did manage to get back. Second time, it was at night time. The sea was really rough, the ocean, and it was a huge storm. The engine broke down, the water pump broke down, and it was really scary. I wouldn't think we would survive that, and 2 people died there. It was really bad. And middle of the night, somehow, luckily, we got into an island. Well, very close to the island, and the boat, snapping, in half there. And people tried to, get themselves to shore, and there was a couple of boys who could swim. They took a rope from the, boat to the beach and tied it up, and then, younger boys were trying to, help anyone else to and hold the rope and carry them to the shore. چی رقم مثلا خوشاور پیدا میکنی؟
در کجا؟ در اینجا؟
اینا لمینجی مثلا از کجا مثلا پیدا
در اینجا یک از دیگه پرسان من دیگه تا یک نفر پیدا شد. اون دیگه معلوم نیست، یکش مطمئن یکش نی، یکش یک کشتی خوب میگیره رای نه، یک کشتی میگیره مثلا پیسه میگیره، یک شو دو شو راه خراب میشه. اینا لمینجا هم دیم یک ماه زیادتر میشه، 40 روز میشه. هر کی زنگ میزنه میگه خوشاور نیه که خوشاور بگه خوشاور است آدم دمید خوشاور میشه تو بخوره نیه. از یک دو پلیس میگه از این مورد تا جاکارتا رفته نمیده. شاید پلیس کرد. یعنی ماندیم از من مانده این خانه 3 نفر دو دیگه رفتن ما تنیخ بود. لو سازمان ملل هم که مورد سازمان ملل قبول نمیکنه مگر 2 ماه بعد بین 3 ماه بعد بین یه اینترویو نمیره خدا شاید تا اینجا $10,000 مصرف میده اینجا ملت تکلیف آنو اندوال هم اومد در چیز غرق شد در مالزی
چند نفر از رفاقت غرق شد؟
19 نفر
19 نفر
35 نفر بود 16 نفرش نجات داد دیگرش غرق شد
If you lost home and friend and mother and father and brothers and family, if you let many great things in your country and lost it already, you cannot bring back again. If I want go by boat, I have reason. I have children, this is my reason. He not hear bomb or explosion or looking in the street, many people without head, many people killed. I want my children not by pistol to play or AK to play. I want by computer. They start good life, serious life for a human. I hope to go by good way. I hope to go everyone, they are not waiting for me in the sea. If I arrive alive, I want chance. If by good way, by the UNHCR, that great. And I will be say sorry for Australia, I come by boat, but I don't have any choice. There are too many reasons let me and push me to do that. And I hope I go not alone and I let my wife and my children. I hope I go with my wife, with my children together. And I hope to give us this chance. So this is my reason.
أنا مهدد بالقتل بالعراق وأولادي مهددين والعائلة مهددة. هو مستعد للعودة للعراق؟ وأفضل الموت السريع عن الموت البطيء في هذا المكان.
اونا اینجا مر کشید اینجا آورده اینا جای داده مرا خانه داده اینجا عقوبت بچه‌ای می درست نیه خواندن نیه هیچ چی نیه آمادیم برای مینا
در بدر هیچ کس نداره هیچ کس
مادر نداریم اصلا مادر ما کشته برادرایم نیه کس از خودش نداریم ما اینجا با یونیسیار که کیس هم دادیم همی حرف زدیم که ما از خود کس نداریم سوای خدا آمدیم که اینجا یک زندگی خوب جور شونه
تقریبا یک 20 روز اینجا من باز رفتم طرف استرالیا.
خب در استرالیا چی شد؟
استرالیا کشتیم برگشت ارتش استرالیا.
و چند روز دعا بودین در کدام جزیره رسیدین؟
ما دعا شموری رسیدیم 22 شب دعا بودیم
22 شب منیا بودین بعد از اونجا چی گفت شما را؟
اونجا گفت دیگه مهاجر قبول نمونید باید شما برگردین وقتی برنگشتید زور ما برگشت
من کشتی خودم شما؟
آره
تو باز
در کوپان بود.
But I come by good way and I knock door for the UNHCR and they give me a receipt, then I waiting. The problem now between us and even the UNHCR is they talking with us very clear. Exactly, the people have relative in Australia. And Australia also must be talking with us very clear. They want us or no. If they say, we don't want these people, we will be looking for another choice or maybe another country.
At Makassar, we met some men, a few of whom were trying to make it to Australia for a second time. They'd arrived before, then gone back home to Afghanistan, found life impossible, so here they were again. One man recognised Reza from when they were both in detention in Australia.
والله سيريسي ما شاء الله معلوم مش معلوم سيستي
شو اصلا تعجبت شو ديرين ما هو كشتي طابا شو ما كم شيء
اما هو سيوناك ولا
منورا كيف زينا خوش وقت شو
دیگه مو تلویزیون گوش میکردی که آمریکا برادرشون به اصطلاح جورج دبلیو بوش میگفت که افغانستان رو ما یک از کشورهای عروس آسیا میسازیم. خب الحمدلله خدا رو شکر که افغانستان درسته. خب ما باید برگردیم افغانستان باید بریم پیش زنبشی. خب در طول خیلی مدت برادر به اصطلاح زنبشی اطلاع نداریم خبر نداریم مرده زنده این در چی تحول شده نشده. خب ما رو به یک نیرنگ و چاخان زمانی که برگردن اگر دیات منده باشه رئیس ام سای بود به نام سای آدم قد بلندی بود 2 متر 10 سانتی تقریبا قدش بود.
بعد افغانستان حکومت جدید ما دیگه قرضای ما فکر کردی که چیه دیگه افغانستان آرامی میشه دوباره دو طالبان برگشت.
خب چی شد
افغانستان دوباره مشکلات داشت مو البته خودگون کسی قد چی نه قد چیزا مرسی قد اونو قد باشتنو مرزی ما فهمیم کشته شده فقط قول من نقطه چیه وقتا میگیره پدر مادر زمان طالبا او ما کشته او دوران ما هیچ کس نبود خود اونجا برای دوباره مشکل شد مار دمای کای بود.
Many times I call UNICEF inspector, what's going on? What will be happen to me? It's about 4 months I got my refugee status. What will be happen to me? Just wait, you're temporary in this place. Wait, after you recognize as refugee, you must wait for the third country because it's depend to those countries that want to accept you. Nobody like to be apart from homeland. Nobody like to put its life, his life, their life in the danger, in the ocean. We know when we get in the boat, we exactly know. It's about 80%, 90% we will lose our life. But there's no way for us. In Australia, some people say refugee, I don't know, bring with themselves danger in Australia. No, we are not dangerous. We escape from danger. I'm 24 years old. I've never had a country in this. I never had a country. I just want to have a country. If I found that country, I will give my soul for that country. People interesting to catch smugglers. Nobody's interesting about the victims, the refugees here. If you take care of refugees here, if you give hope to them, the smuggling way automatically will be closer. Maybe if we pay attention to each other, God will be happy. Jesus will be happy. In any religion that you are, if you believe to God, God will show us, will watch us, will look us what we are doing to each other. If we were lucky, we will reach Australia. If we weren't, better finish this life and go inside the water and end the suffering.
اینجا آمدیم ما خبر نبودیم که استرالیا چیه. اینا کلگی رفیقای ما میگه استرالیا خوب جای زندگی. استرالیا خوب جایه.
If we go to Australia, I feel it's good, but if we go inside the water, then what we do?
پیغام زمین که از او خواهش می‌کنم که می کسایی که واقعا مهاجره غم زیاد بخوره میز از ماری خدا شاید من هیچ کس ندارم تمام بدبختی از جانه من جام دقیقا اومد افغانستان هیچ چیز کم ندارم یه قضیه زمین دارم خدا شاید از کدر ما که نسبی منطقه آبش چند شهر روز آب اینجا دیس از می هست بابی من ما کاکام کسی خیلی کتا دارم کاکام خود چیز نیده منطقه از اون دولتم ده قد دولت از پیش زمین بود قدیر یز بعد از دیش مقیم چیز نه یش مقیم تسلیم نشد خلاص مقصد از تمام بدبختیش میکشید از من هیچ خانوادم نیست تو برارم پدر مقدر شاید مادم تربارا 16 دن مرمی زد دادم 16 دن کم نی
At the end of the day, regardless of how much I care about these families, they got here under their own steam. Everything that has happened to them over the past 2 years has been completely out of my control.
What's the biggest number of goals that you've ever got in one match?
Probably
One. Nothing, I think.
like two.
Two. That's pretty good in netball, isn't
Because
it?
I've only played once in this school.
Oh, right, okay.
Can you take a photo of me? Down here? My turn.
So many people asked us for help, which we were just powerless to give them. In the end, we had no choice but to turn and walk away, leaving people to their own devices. Some of those people are now living and flourishing in Australia, which is wonderful. Others are stuck in detention centres, still in Indonesia, or in remote parts of Australia. A few of them got on a boat, which left Indonesia in October 2009 and has never been seen since. Desperate phone calls from their relatives all over the world have led to the most difficult conversations I've ever had in my life. It quickly became apparent that the people we met had come to Indonesia because it's the threshold to Australia. It is a place where, rumour has it, asylum seekers can go, register and wait to have their claims processed according to law. They saw Indonesia as the doorstep to Australia, not so they could kick down the door, but so they could knock and wait to be let in. I suppose you could say they'd come to stand in the queue. Each person we spoke to had tried to do the following things in Indonesia: registration with UNHCR, interview with UNHCR, processing by UNHCR, refugee status determination by the UNHCR, and finally, hopefully, recommendation by the UNHCR for resettlement in Australia. Whether that process took 5 months or 5 years, people were willing to wait. By the time we got to Indonesia, though, the wheels had completely fallen off that process. People were being resettled in Australia at a rate of between 35 and 50 people a year. The number of asylum seekers waiting for resettlement was 2,500 and rising. A quick juggle of the numbers revealed that people could be waiting between 40 and 60 years for resettlement to Australia. They could be waiting a lifetime.